Guenther Steiner is one of the biggest personalities in F1.
You have a perfect TV personality.
At least I've got a career after this. Once I this one up.
Catapulted to stardom by reality series Drive to Survive.
Sensational lap from Haas.
How do you sum up your season then this year?
It's one short world. Shit.
It was here the former Haas team principal earned a reputation for testing drivers and TV censors across the globe.
I'm getting sick of answering stupid questions on a race weekend. I mean, I've never seen anything like this. No, off.
I didn't swear much, you know.
He might have officially left the paddock, but never our hearts. And now Guenther's ready to tell all on his time in F1.
Action.
Please welcome Guenther Steiner! Great to have you back on the show. You are the man to ask about this. We were talking earlier in the show about the swearing fines and penalties that are coming in for Formula One drivers. Just how much money would you have lost if this were around in your day?
First of all, hello and thanks for having me again. The nice things first, yeah. I actually, I don't know how much I would have got. I got fined once because, but I did something you shouldn't be doing, and I basically insulted the person, you know. And I had to pay $7,500, and that was maybe 7-8 years ago. You know, wasn't happy about that. But anyway, second time I got out of it, I talked my way out of it, and then I stopped doing it to people. But no, I mean, my opinion on it is, you know, a sport lives of emotions, you know. And when you're going 200 miles per hour and somebody cuts you off, you're not like there. Oh, excuse me, can you do this differently?
Totally.
Yeah.
So do you think it will stick, or just what if all the drivers just swore more and then they would just have to like take it away?
But then they end up bankrupt, you know. So that's not good for them
then
because
there's no drivers.
You're saying...
it's
I think there's a
bit,
flaw in your plan.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
I like the swearing. Keep the swearing.
I think if you want to go to the Grand Prix, they don't let you in now.
They wouldn't let me in anyway.
Well, we love when it's the Australian Grand Prix because it brings you back every year, Guenther, to our shores. You're here for a speaking tour, I think, part of a live show. You don't strike me as someone who keeps a lot on your chest. Like, what do you have in store for us? What are you going to be telling us?
Yeah, no, I'm doing this show with the ghostwriter of my books. You know, we're doing this together, and it's we talk about a little bit of everything, the past, what we think about now, and it's. We did these shows last year in the UK. We did 25 of them, you know, people liked them, and then it was decided let's do them here, you know, to entertain people. So they are talking about the sport, but there is some humor in as well. It's not boring, just technical about tire pressures and wing setting, you know. There's more than that
Music
coming.
to my ears.
Is Gene involved? So, you know, one of my favourite things on the show was the boss of the team that you were heading up, Gene. And we never saw him. It was just you on the phone to him being yelled at, pretty much, while the cameras were rolling on a closed door. I just want to know that when you're on stage, Gene is in your ear.
I hope not.
The Australian Grand Prix, 2 Aussies now on the grid. You've got Jack Doohan, obviously his first year, and Oscar Piastri. We've got a lot of hope on Oscar trying to win a home Grand Prix. How good is he?
Very good, very good. I think he has got a good chance to win here, in my opinion. I mean, he showed that he's good because he can compete with Lando Norris, which is one of the best. So I think, obviously, the stars need to align. You need to have a good car, you need to have a good day. But I think he has got the first one after the testing last week. The McLaren, I think it's the best car. So I think it will be a battle between the two teammates because for the win, because I think that them two, they are at the same level as drivers, you know, Lando and Oscar, because Oscar now is in his 3rd year. He learned a lot. He won races last year. So, you know, he's ready, you know. So I think it could be interesting.
Is Oscar a future world champion?
Yeah, he can be. As I said, you always need to be in the right car. But in the moment, he could be already this year. I said it before. Sometimes this year, if he starts off good, you know, on the right foot, and I always say, Oscar, I don't know him personally very well. I know him from saying hello, but I know Mark, you know, and Mark Webber, which coaches him, which is very important because what Mark can teach Oscar is mistakes he shouldn't be making because Mark made them himself. So, you know, it's the best teacher to have, you know, and say, hey, let's take a shortcut here. Don't do this because I did it and got it wrong, you know.
Yeah.
Well, by that measure, Tony's the best coach in the world.
I'm ready. Hold me.
Speaking about world champions, did you fall out of bed when you heard that Ferrari had taken on Lewis?
No, not really, but
He's
it was a
40.
little bit...
He's 40.
Yeah, what's wrong with being 40? I'm 60 next year. Yeah, thank you.
We're
thank
getting
you,
old.
you know, yeah. They're getting old on now, but I think he's pretty fit and 40. Obviously, he cannot do another 10 years, but he has for sure got a few more in him, like Fernando Alonso is a little bit over 40 and he's still good. And as we all know, when you get older, you get more experience and you get better at that one. So going racing, maybe it's even better than when he was 30, you know. Maybe qualifying one lap. You know, a young man is a little bit better, but then you make it up by being in the race because you have lived a lot of situations you're going into it.
Super quick, we've almost got to get out here. You started out as a mechanic, by the way. I've got an issue with my fuel filter. My car's in the car park. Can you come down and just have a little look?
Sure, yeah.
You're going to come?
No, I'm not. I have to be nice. I have to be nice.
I'll take it to the mechanic.
What if you pays you $7,500 and you can pay that fine?
It's better for you to take it to a mechanic.
Right.
I will make it worse, you know.
Tickets to see Guenther live are on sale now. All the information is on our website. Would you please thank Guenther Steiner?